boys and girls, welcome back. I got another pattern here today that we kind of just threw together the other day when we were, after a day of fishing. I got to go fishing with my son Isaac, and he had one bug in his box that I had tied up at some point and was killing him on it. So we decided to come home and tie some of these up. And all this is just a very little caddis pattern. We have a size 16 hook caddis. This is Fulling Mills 5067, size 16. Purple bead we have on the front is Fulling Mill slotted, 2.4. The wire we're using is called Sea Green. That's Semperfli 0.2. And another Semperfli product, straggle string. Okay. I know when you're fishing, there's just no explanation to why bugs will hit a certain pattern when you're fishing, other patterns in a dry dropper. You could fish this on a dry dropper, and a double dropper system. And we were talking about it, and we thought, oh, what the hell, we're going to tie some of these up and put them through the ringer. And he only had one in his box and was catching fish all over the place on it. And, he only had one. So when it's gone, it's gone. So we came back to tie some more of these. And it's just a straggle string thorax, with kind of a little caddis look to it. The thread we're using is just Semperfli Black Nano Silk. And again, just a very simple tie, very small bug, but one day, who knows, why the fish are hitting purple and the next day they don't. So let's get into this here and we'll kind of get back on the stream, which is what we want to do. Fish have been so aggressive recently, and when we have a good day, we do very well. And I think Isaac and I pulled almost 30 trout out of this 100-yard run the other day, and it was a lot of fun. So we're gonna tie some of these up, go back, try to catch some more. So get your thread on there. Get a piece of wire, and I always tuck this into the back of the bead just to keep it in position to where I want it. But you definitely want this wire on top of the hook. Secure that on there, and then just feed it back over the ridge there. I normally do that in like open wraps, just for control. Take it down into the bend a little bit. You want it to have a little bit of a curve to it. Now we're just going to taper our body. Straggle string, another great product by Semperfli. I use it for collars, but mostly to present those little legs. They're kind of plastic, kind of tinsel, and really makes some good motion with it. So even though this is a size 16 bug, I try to put as many wraps of this as close as I can together on here. Just to give that really good contrast with that bright green. It's kind of like a bluish green. on the body of the bug, and you could fish it just like this, no straggle string. Helicopter that off. Okay, now on the straggle string, you can see how many different colors there are. Okay, you can mix and match to whatever you want. This one was tied with kind of like a yellowish color, and the one before that, this was the original, a little bit darker type straggle string. Just cut a piece of that off, whatever color you want, but pay attention to the straggle string. Okay, you can see it has somewhat of a direction to it. See, all these little fibers are pointing down. Don't necessarily tie that in, you know, with the fibers facing forward. You want them back because you want them to sweep back over the bug. Loop that over there, secure that down really well. And we're just gonna put a couple wraps of this on there. Try to create that little bit of a thorax. You can pull all those back. I'm gonna brush it out anyway. Tie that off. And try to, I do like little circles to try to pull out all of those little fibers. There you go, guys. The Angry Caddis. Fish love it. Go get some. We'll see you in a week or so. Thanks for stopping by.